everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're one of my subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing and coming back to watch this video. So today I just have a fun video going over my Scentsy Club with you. So I did receive this club recently. I've had it sitting here for a little while, so I do want to go over it with you. However, I think this is going to be a quicker video than the last time I went over my Scentsy Club with you. If you are interested in seeing that video, it was one of the first videos that I have posted. I believe it might have been like the second video that I did. And mostly my club has some of the same bars as it did then. So if you're really interested in hearing a lot more about each bar, you can go back and watch that video. Sorry about Luna. She is again coming to be a part of the video. It's okay, baby. I do have two clubs only because one of them has some bars in it that's mainly for my mom. So I do kind of like to try to keep that separate. So I do have a smaller club and then I have my really large club. I do have a kind of like an Excel sheet that I created with a bunch of my bars that have been on my club for a long time, like when those bars were released and the description of them and all of that information, but I'm probably not going to go over that for every single bar because I haven't had time to update this list. So there are some newer ads, but I will kind of go over why they're in my club, why I love them. I'm also going to tell you towards the end of this video what I removed from my club so that you'll kind of know why I removed it. I'll probably tell you as I'm going through some of these bars, like if I chose one of these bars over another bar that was in my club, why I kept that bar over the other one. So I will try to kind of go over that as well. So this is kind of like you hear how I edited my club and then what is in my club. So both of my clubs are quarterly. So I don't have any clubs right now that ship monthly or bi-monthly. I don't have anything like that. That's because my clubs are pretty much just for the perk, always get my bar. Pretty much everything in my club except one bar is discontinued. Or a limited time going to be discontinued. And the reason why there's one bar in here that's a current bar is because it's for a customer and I just threw it in my club just to get it here for her so I wouldn't have to pay an additional shipping fee. So if you're interested in hearing all about Scentsy Club, there are lots of other consultants out there who have went into like detail about every single thing about club. I just don't have time to do that today. I can do that maybe sometime in the future. I do kind of go into more detail in my other Scentsy Club video if you would like to go back and watch that. But Scentsy Club is one of my absolute favorite things that Scentsy offers. Even if I wasn't a consultant, I'm sure that I would have a Scentsy Club just because some of my absolute favorite scents are discontinued. And even if you are the only person that likes that scent, as long as you add it to your club, Scentsy will continue making that scent just for you. So I love that. The shipping for a club is also only $8 no matter how much you add to club, whereas a normal order is $10. So like from your website. So I feel like that's just a great incentive as well. And I also love the fact that you can get bricks in your club. You can add bricks. And then also if you spend over $60 in your club, you can add a half off item. And usually I always add a Whiff box as one of my half off items. And I did do that this time. That's really the only time you can get the Whiff box at a discount is in your Scentsy Club. So all great perks. Love the club. So I'm going to go over that with you. I'm going to go over the small club first. The half off item that I received with the small club is a blueberry cheesecake brick. So I know the blueberry cheesecake is kind of controversial. There's a lot of people who just do not like this scent. I don't even have the description in front of me, but this is my husband's #1 favorite scent of all time. This one, and then he also loves Blueberry Rush, which I will go over because it's in my club. But Blueberry Cheesecake is his absolute favorite. He loves this one. He loves it in all the things. He loves it in the car. He loves it. Oh my gosh, he just absolutely loves it. See, now this brick just came out perfectly fine by itself. I have a really hard time with bricks. They usually break for me because they're usually stuck in the clamshells. But this one just came right out. It smells so good. I love this. I love this just as much as he does. So I'm glad that we agree on this one. I know some people say that they smell like a sour type milk or they smell something just off with this one. I have never gotten that with blueberry cheesecake. It has always been a fantastic performer for me. It's always worked great out here in my old house. I use this one all the time. In my older house, I could use the less wax. So It's so good. I have so many customers who absolutely love this one. They absolutely love it. It's one of their favorites. And then I have some customers who just absolutely do not care for it. So I understand if you're one of those people out there, you just don't like it. I get it. You smell something off with it. But I really do hope that this right here, this scent, that they will do a Scentspirations type collection with this and try making some other type cheesecake scents, just because it's amazing. We absolutely love it. So I did get this half off. The bricks are $24, I believe. So got that half off. Love it. So I can warm that for my husband. I also have hashtag Shine. This is a bar that's been in my club since kind of the beginning. It's got Tarocco orange, sparkling citron, and yellow of wildflower over creamy musk. So it's just a really bright, happy type scent. I just can't seem to take this one out of my club. I just can't. I always add this one to a pile. So I do usually make a pile when my club is fixing to ship. So usually it processes on November 17th. Well, this one did, And so like by the beginning of November, I'm trying to like make a pile of some of my bars and rewarm them, re-smell them, try to figure out, see how many I have in my stash and see which ones I want to take out and which ones I want to leave. This one is just a great performer. It's not super strong, but it also is, it might be just a little bit less than average too, just because citrus scents don't seem to last quite as long for me in the house, especially out here in the open concept. But I love this one in my old house. I warm this one all the time in my kitchen. And so it just brings back memories of that. And I just can't do it. I can't remove it from my club. I love this one. It does have the wildflower. It doesn't smell like any other citrus type scents that I have, which is why I continue to keep leaving it in my club, just because it does have like something extra to this one that I can warm it year round. It does kind of smell kind of springish in the spring, and it still smells citrusy. Like I can just warm it year round. So I love that one. I also have Pacific Mist here, which if you saw one of my recent hauls that I did, I stocked up on this when it was like, I think it was like $1.20 or something like that. So this one is in my club. I will happily pay the regular price for it too, but I did stock up on it, so now I can use it as much as I want. This is just a beautiful scent. I think that I have the description of this one. So ocean air, sea salt and driftwood, and tropical nectar. It was a scent of the month back in June 2023. Love it so much. There is just something about this one. I love mixing this one with other scents. I've said before, I really like to mix this one with Scarlet Sunflower. There's something about that mix that just smells breezy. It smells clean. I like using that in the spring. This is just really, really pretty. I know there was some consultants who did not like this one, but especially after it sits. I don't know if you have any that you've let cure, but it gets stronger as it sits, in my opinion, and I love this one. I also have tangerine and sugarcane. This one was on the chopping block. It almost got cut, but I just couldn't do it. This one is so pretty. It's just a sugary type orange. So it's not a bitter orange of any kind. It smells like a sugary type orange. It has sweet ruby, grapefruit, tangerine, and sugarcane. And it does smell just kind of like fresh and bright. I really do like these citrusy type scents, and this one is a really good performer. It's a better performer than the hashtag Shine, in my opinion. It still doesn't last, past 24 hours. If anything, it might last like the 20 hours, but I really enjoy this fragrance, and so I could not cut that one. I also have pink tulips. This one was also on the chopping block. This one almost got cut. It really did. This one has been in my club for a really long time. Like even right here, I cannot smell it at all. I don't smell it at all. This is a very, very light bar. They do have to cure, and even when they cure, they don't get much stronger. I really can't smell it. I can't smell anything. I can smell it slightly, but it is an absolutely beautiful scent, even though it is very, very light. It smells like tulips, crisp apple, juicy raspberries, and a hint of night blooming jasmine. So it is a little bit floral, but it's very, very light. So I don't like floral, in your face floral type scents, and that's why I enjoy this one. I love this one in the spring. I love it, especially in bathrooms. So it would not, just not going to perform out here. It's okay. It's good in bedrooms and it's good in bathrooms, but this is just too light for out here. In my older house, I could warm this one out in just like a standard type living room, but out here in an open space, no, it doesn't do good. This one is extremely light. This must be like a fresh pour. Some of my older ones that I have in my stash are definitely stronger. I like to let these sit. The longer that they sit, the more that you can smell the fruitiness to it. So I guess it's the raspberries. I really don't smell much apple with this one at all. There is a little bit of like a crisp type tartness to this one after it's cured for a little bit, but I mostly smell raspberries with like a little bit of like a floral type jasmine. So it is a really pretty scent. I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep that one in my club just because I do need to make some cuts. I also have a fuzzy blanket. This is one of my absolute favorites. This one will not be leaving my club. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love this one for the bedroom. I even like it out here if I want something cozy going. It's also pretty in the bathrooms. This one is on the lighter side, but it lasts in the warmers over 24 hours for me. It's just a really soft type scent. Now, if you used more of it, maybe you could get it a little bit stronger, but for the most part, it's just a really soft scent. Lavender, sandalwood, and honeysuckle. So I don't smell the honeysuckle in this one. Not really. There's like maybe like a hint of something slightly floral. This would be the most absolute beautiful laundry scent. I wish that they would come out with fuzzy blanket in whiffs. I would buy so many. This is absolutely gorgeous. I want all my blankets to smell like fuzzy blanket. So pretty. If you ever see this one available and you like these soft type relaxing lavender. I mean, the lavender that's in this is not a very herbally type lavender. It's not an in your face type lavender. It's not very earthy. It's just a really calming type, cozy, relaxing scent. Beautiful. Love this one. I also have Ocean in here. So if you've been watching my videos, you know how much I am obsessed with Ocean. This specific club only has 2 bars, and then my other club has 6 bars. So in total, I get 8 bars every 3 months of Ocean. And I honestly thought about cutting it down to just 6. I thought about removing these 2, but I just couldn't do it because this is my mom's and mine absolute favorite bar ever. We warm this like crazy. I also have a few customers that absolutely love it, so I continue getting it for them as well. So this was one of my absolute best sellers when this was available. I mean, I sold the heck out of this bar. I wish Scentsy would bring it back in all the things. You know that I love this in the washer whiffs. It's one of my favorite washer whiff fragrances. So if you love soapy type watery scents, then you would love this one. It does have a soapiness to it, like a cleanness, but it is beautiful. It says aquatic notes deepened with water lilies and ocean breezes, but I don't really smell much floral to this one. It's just this absolutely beautiful, clean type, soapy type fragrance. I don't know. I absolutely love it in the bathrooms. That's where I mostly use it. My mom uses it just anywhere. I have used it out here. It's a great performer for me. This will last days, 3-4 days. If somebody's not getting good performance out of this one, maybe you should let it cure, because I have really old bars. Since I get so many of it, you know, I do have some older bars stashed up, and I always use those first before I use the new pours. And they do get a little oily, they do get a little sweaty, but they still perform fantastic. So one of the best. I could warm it out here if I want to, and I do sometimes in like the summertime, like the Pacific Mist. I'll warm that one, you know, in spring and summer. Ocean, spring and summer. So I do love it. Churro. So it's definitely in here. I honestly wish I could bump this one up to 2, but it's fine. I always have other bakery scents that I like. This is just one of the best bakery scents I think Scentsy's made. So I love it. It won't be ever removed from my club. However, it is a little on the light side, especially fresh pours like this. I like to try to keep, you know, some in my stash and not use all that I have, because I don't like using the fresh pours because they're even lighter. Churro, baked pastry and cinnamon sugar. So, I mean, basically a churro. It's just so pretty. You can slightly smell the cinnamon sugar here on the bottom, but when it warms, that comes more out. But it's not a scent that has a lot of cinnamon. So if you steer clear of cinnamon and you ever see this one available and you like vanilla type baked pastry, bakery type scents, I really think you should give this one a try. It's absolutely beautiful. It's one of my favorite bakery bars to mix with other scents. So I hardly ever just use this one by itself. I might put it in a couple warmers and then put a scent of something else in another couple warmers. So it might not be directly in the same warmer, but I usually always have it going with another scent. I also have, okay, so I take that back. This club has the 6 ocean in it. So there's 2 more ocean in my bigger club, but my little club has the 6 ocean. So sorry, I had that wrong. But here are the other 4 ocean. So that's 6 so far. And then I also have Harbor's Edge. So this is my other fresh and clean one. I absolutely love this one. My mom loves this one, so we both use it. I used to get 2 of these, but I bumped that down to 1 just because I have so many in stock. And I don't use this one as much as I use Ocean. So this one smells more floral, but there's also like a saltiness to this one. It also leans a little bit more, definitely more ocean than the actual Ocean. So the description says, beach grass, flowering raspberry, and northern oak fern sway amid crashing waves, churning a surge of salty musk. So it's definitely unique. You can smell that saltiness. There is a very slight fruit, like barely even there. You can smell more of like the floral type note. This one is absolutely gorgeous. This has been in my club for a really long time. This was a scent of the month back in August of 2019. And that's when I added it just because my mom and I fell in love with it. It is a fantastic, fantastic performer. I usually use it mostly in bathrooms. So that's where I love it. But if I really wanted to put it out here, like in the spring or summer, it would definitely perform out here. So if you ever see that one and you like those ocean type, it's not like an overly salty one. Okay. So don't expect a whole lot of like saltiness from that one. It's got more of like this floral type beachy vibe. I don't know how more to explain that, but it is absolutely gorgeous. I definitely think if you like watery type, beachy type scents, definitely give that one a try. I also have Cherry Vanilla. This is one of my favorite bakeries. So I could not take this one out of my club. This is a fantastic, fantastic performer. It says, sweet as the finishing touch atop your favorite sundae, Cherry Vanilla is a delightful swirl of candied cherry and sugared almonds folded into velvety white chocolate ice cream. And that's really what it is. It's so funny because when you smell it right here, it really just smells like a really sweet cherry with like maybe a hint of vanilla. But when you put this in the warmers and you let it warm, you can really smell the chocolate. Hang on, let me get this out of here. And it smells like this beautiful cherry chocolate type pie, in my opinion. And it is strong. This is such a strong performer. I do not have to use much of this. Now, it doesn't go past the 24 hours. It might only go like 20 hours sometimes. Just depends on how much wax I use and the time of year that I use it. But this one, for this to be a fresh pour, this is extremely strong. I always use my older ones first. I can kind of slightly smell the chocolate in this one, but usually you don't really smell that chocolate type note until it's in your warmers and warming. So if you ever see this one and you like bakery type scents that are kind of unique, give this one a try. It's not just a cherry vanilla, so don't let it fool you. Even when you smell it cold like this, when I first smelled it, I didn't think that I was going to like it because that cherry smells kind of artificial and it smells really sweet. But as it sits in the warmers and it really warms and comes together, something about it really turns into this beautiful type bakery. I have mixed this one with churro churro and loved it even more because that gave it like a pastry type note. So I love this one. I love mixing it. I love it by itself. It's great. I also have cinnamon roasted pear. This is a favorite that will not be leaving my club. I wish they would bring this one back because you just don't really see that many cinnamon type pear scents that they have. This one is a fantastic performer. It has this tartness to this one, a crispness. It's so good. It's such a beautiful pear. The description says roasted pear, clove, cinnamon, and vanilla bean. You don't smell a whole lot of the vanilla bean. This was from the Harvest collection in 2019. That was such a good collection. I had all of those in my club, and then over time I deleted the other 2. I think there was one called Huckleberry Apple Pie that I really, really loved, but I deleted that one eventually. But I just can't let this one go. So If you ever see this one come back and you like pear scents and then you also like cinnamon, this one is fantastic. So the last one in this small club is Aloha Orchid. I don't usually like flower scents or floral type loud scents. And this was a scent of the month, let's see, back in May of 2023. And my husband and I both fell in love with this. Shocked. I was so shocked. I remember that we had the windows open and I was just trying out this scent, and it was so strong, even with the windows open, but not strong in like a bad way, like in your face way. It honestly had this bubblegum type scent, but also like a floral scent. I don't know why we were smelling like a bubblegum type note, but it was so pretty. The description says coconut cream, pineapple water, plumeria petals, and purple orchid. So there's lots of like floral type notes in this, but it's gorgeous. And also I'm sensitive to coconut scents sometimes. So there's just something about this one. I do usually like plumeria type scents. So I do like that about it. It's really good, but I don't have to use much of this one because like I said, it is a little bit stronger. So I can use less wax of this one and it performs great for me. It's definitely at least average. It performs fantastic out here in the open concept. So if you ever see this one available and you like floral scents, even if you sometimes shy away from floral scents, I would recommend trying this one. It's really good. Okay, so I'm gonna try to grab some of these from this box so that they're in front of me. This is a pretty big box. All right, so here are the other two oceans. So 2 more oceans. My mom and I just absolutely love that. So this one is actually for my mom. This one is Cozy Fireside. She loves this bar. I like it too. I have to be in the mood to warm this one because it's got like a little bit of smokiness to it. This was one that was in the catalog forever. And then all of a sudden, it didn't come back one year for the fall winter catalog. So the description says warm spice notes with zesty ginger and cinnamon. And I really think she likes that ginger note. So for me, this is kind of a take it or leave it bar. I do like it, but for me, I have so many other scents that, you know, I wouldn't necessarily have to have this one, but she absolutely loves it. It's one of her favorite ones. So I definitely keep it in here for her. This was, I believe this came back in 2022 for Scents of the Season. It's been gone for a little bit, but let me know if this was a heartbreak for you, because I know there was a few people that just always felt like this one would come back just because it was in the catalog all the time, and then it just didn't. It's a great performer, but you do have to like cinnamon to like this one. And there's a hint of like a smokiness too that you have to like. And then the ginger, even though it's not cinnamon, there's also like the spicy type ginger that's in here. So my mom loves spicy scents. So that's why she loves this one. Now I kept King Cake. So I have King Cake here, and I kept King Cake, but I deleted, what did I delete? Oh, okay, here it is. So I kept King Cake, but I deleted Cinnamon Buttercream. So I deleted Cinnamon Buttercream out of my club. I really didn't want to because I do like this one. I like to mix it. But I kind of warmed both of them and decided that I liked King Cake better. King Cake is more buttery. It's definitely better to me. See if I've got the description here. So King Cake says a sweet crust of cinnamon and brown sugar coated with silky notes of golden butter. So you can definitely smell the crust. You can definitely smell brown sugar. You don't smell a whole lot of cinnamon, and then you smell that golden butter. Now the cinnamon buttercream has kind of a funky note in it, especially on cold, that you can smell. So it's got Italian buttercream, and it's got, I don't know how you pronounce this, mascarpone, maybe. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think it's some sort of like cheese or something like that. It says cinnamon cake, sugar, and spice. There is kind of an odd note when you smell it like this. Like it's not just straight cinnamon buttercream when you read the name of it. And wax is just going everywhere. But it is an absolutely beautiful scent, and I do like mixing it. So I really didn't want to have to delete it, but I just had to make some cuts. So cinnamon buttercream did get cut, and I did keep King Cake just because this is a great performer. I like this one by itself, and I also love mixing this one with other scents, things that I want to make into bakery and I want to give them like a pastry type note. I use this one. I also have Just One Bite. This is the Disney Villains bar. this one won't be leaving my club. This is one of my favorite bars to use in the fall. I cannot get enough of this bar. This one only lasts like maybe 15, 20 hours though. It doesn't have the longevity that some other bars have, but it is such a beautiful scent that I love this one. So the description for this one says apple, and then it's got like warm cinnamon, it's got black molasses, and it doesn't mention a pastry note, but I swear I can smell some sort of a pastry note with this one, and that makes me love it even more. So if you ever see this one come back and you like apple type bakery scents, I really think you would like this one. There's something about that molasses in here, and then whatever, the cinnamon and the apple is so good there. But this is definitely like a bakery. This is not just like an apple cinnamon scent. This is an apple cinnamon bakery scent. And I love that about it. It doesn't last very long, but it is an absolute beautiful bar. It is strong for the 15, 20 hours that it is going. So I also have Go-Go Mango. So I did not keep many spring and summer scents. I'm just hoping that they come back. Okay, Go-Go Mango is probably one of my absolute favorite spring and summer scents. I had like 4 of these in my club, but I had to make some cuts. And so I cut it down to just one, just in case for some reason this doesn't come back. But let me tell you something. If this bar does not come back and I only have one, I don't know what I'm going to do, because I use this one a lot in spring and summer. So let's just hope that this one comes back. I love this one so much. I used to love this one in the cleaning line. I purchased this in the all-purpose cleaner, and that is my favorite scent. I still have some left and love using that. It's such a beautiful, clean smell. So I don't have the description of this one in front of me, but it is beautiful. It's like a clean mango. A juicy type, clean, crisp, fruity mango. I don't know. Love this one. If you've not tried this one and it comes back, please try this one. It is such a fantastic performer. It's strong. It goes at least 24 hours. One of my favorites. I hope that it comes back. I also have Glacier Water. So I know this one was on a flash sale recently. This is definitely has like a little bit of a manliness to this one, but it's also another like fresh and clean one. So it says Glacier Water, bright bergamot, aquatic lavender, and driftwood. So the bergamot in it is definitely giving it like a little bit of a manly feel. There's not a whole lot of lavender. There's a little bit. But there's also something in this one that reminds me of like a detergent, like a clean laundry type scent. So I love using this one in the bathroom that I have back here that's towards my laundry room. This is a powerhouse. This bar right here will last me a really long time. There is something about this scent that just goes and goes. I don't know what it is, but it seems to last at least 2 days in my warmers, and it is so strong. I use half the wax that I normally would use for other scents for this one. It just seems to, I don't know if it's just me, I'm sensitive to this one or what. It looks like there might be some sort of citrus type fruit in the picture. So there is maybe something in this one that smells a little like citrusy when it's warming, but there's something about this one that just seems to be extremely strong to me. But I do love it. I love using it in the bathrooms. I could use it out here if I want to, but usually I use this one in the bathrooms only. But I do love that one. So I also have this Disney one called Absolutely Perfect. It was from the Disney Aristocats. I don't know if that one is on here, but it basically smells like cherry blossoms. Yeah, I do have it. So cherry blossoms, creamy vanilla, and fresh spring air. So it does smell like cherry blossoms. I have this one in my club because my mother-in-law likes it. I have a few other people that like it. And I like it myself. So I just keep it in my club because I can always find somebody that wants it. There is the cherry blossoms, like the cherry blossom scent from Bath & Body Works is kind of similar, but there's something in this one. It's the vanilla and that spring air that gives it like a little something extra. I really like the spring air note that's in this one. So this is pretty. It is kind of soft, but also strong in the warmers. So this is a great scent. I do like that one. Okay, so also have Follow the Rainbow. So I took out Black Raspberry Sangria. So I took that one out of my club. I had this one in my club, but I kept Follow the Rainbow instead. I know that they're not exactly the same, but my husband really liked the smell of this one better than that one, and I kind of like both, so I just kind of went off of what he liked. This one has golden pineapple, sugared berries, and blood orange, and the black raspberry sangria was dark berries, orange, and fruit nectar. So they were very similar in the fact that they were fruity. But there was something about this one. It was like more orangey. There was something about this one that, I don't know. I just preferred this one over it. So I kept this one. Now that sangria one is a very strong, fantastic performer. Not saying that this one isn't, but this one I feel like you can smell more of like the pineapple. It smells juicier, whereas the other one smells darker. But I really enjoy this fragrance. My husband really likes this one, so I kept this one. I don't know how much longer I will keep this one, but definitely for a while, I will continue to enjoy that one. I also have Pink Sunshine. This one is beautiful. There's nothing else quite like this one. It is definitely unique. If you've watched any of my other videos, then you know that I have been purchasing the dish soap out of the subscriber exclusives for having Scentsy Club. You can purchase the subscriber exclusives, and they have this Pink Sunshine dish soap. So I absolutely love Scentsy's dish soap. I will pretty much buy any fragrance just because I like their dish soap, but I love this fragrance. So I have stocked up on those. I don't know that it's still available anymore. I haven't checked in a while. But this scent smells like lush pear and plum, cashmere, and rose milk. So there is a rose milk to this one that gives it just a little bit of a floral to it, but there's also the pear and the plum that make it smell fruity. So like I said before, if something has got a little bit of floral, but it's got also fruity with it, I really seem to like those type of scents, especially for spring and summer. I really do like this one. There's something about this one that also smells a little bit clean to me. So very, very good. I love this one. I will definitely be warming that one this spring. Okay, I also have key lime and grapefruit. I don't think I have the description of this one, but it's just like what it says. Key lime and grapefruit is so good. Now I had cocoa lime in my club. I took that one out and I kept this one because the cocoa lime is a good scent, but it has a lot of like coconut in it to me, and sometimes that bothers me. So I kept this one just because I love everything about this one. It's more of a sugary type sweet scent with the lime, and it was a pretty good performer for me. It didn't have fantastic longevity, but it was good. So I kept this one instead. All right, so Strawberry Bliss. I kept Strawberry Bliss, definitely. Now I took out Sugared Strawberry. I had Sugared Strawberry in my club. It's a spring and summer scent that usually comes back. I'm hoping that it comes back. I'm hoping that the Cocoa Lime comes back. But I took it out just because I wanted Strawberry Bliss, and I also kept Strawberry Sweetie. It's in here somewhere, and I just did not need 3 strawberry scents. Strawberry Bliss is absolutely amazing. This one was from the Easter collection, I believe. And Strawberry Puree, Jasmine, and Fizzy Champagne. There is just something about this one. There is something when it warms that gives it almost like a green, just slightly green type note. But this was a great performer. It didn't really go past 20 hours for me, but when it was in the warmers, it was absolutely beautiful. I just love this one so much. Now, don't get me wrong. I still love Sugared Strawberry. I really, fingers crossed, hoping that it comes back. I just could not justify having 3 strawberry scents. And I just did not want to kick out Strawberry Bliss or Strawberry Sweetie. So, love this one. Definitely kept it. Perfectly Cute. I have that one in here. This one was from the Valentine's collection, I believe. This one is Golden Pear, Whipped Vanilla, and Apricot Blossom. It has melon. It's just a really sweet, pretty type scent. You can really smell a lot of the pear in this one. It also has just a hint of the floral, but this is a fantastic performer without it being, you know, super floral or anything like that, so it doesn't bother me. So I love this one. So I hope this one comes back in the spring summer catalog just because it was a fantastic performer and I love it. But who knows? We never know what they're going to bring back. So I do have banana nut bread, and I did take out the Minions bar because it was another banana bar. I also took out banana berry. So I had banana berry in my club, which this is one of my husband's absolute favorite scents, banana berry. But we just don't warm it that often, and I have a lot of them in stock. So I asked him if he was okay with me taking it out. He said yes. So I still have this one, banana nut bread. Maybe banana berry will come back at some point and I can grab some more. But they always seem to sometimes have banana scents every once in a while. So maybe there'll be something else that he likes better in the future. But he does kind of like this one, but he really likes banana berry just because it's kind of like a sugary type berry banana. But I have some in stock, so I will warm that for him. Banana nut bread, I just cannot get rid of. This is just a classic type scent. Smells just like banana nut bread. I don't even need to read the descriptions. I mean, if you have not smelled this, when this warms, this comes together and balances. Absolutely beautiful, like a bakery banana nut bread. Love it. So I know this one was popular. This was like one of the first scents that Scentsy created, and it's gorgeous. So if you like the smell of banana nut bread and you ever see that one, definitely grab it. I also have Midnight Masquerade. This one was from the Mardi Gras collection, and I will never delete this one. There is something so unique about this bar. What is it? I don't know why I love this one so much. The description for this one says sugared beignets, smoky vanilla, and midnight lily. Now, usually I wouldn't go for a bar that says it's got anything smoky or also lily. I mean, I don't know, but the bakery part to this one really brings it alive. This is a fantastic performer. I remember warming this one just to give like a review of it for my Facebook group that I have, and I was just taken back and just completely shocked and surprised by how much I love this bar and how absolutely strong it was. And it is a really good performer. This one is just kind of like a deeper type, heavier type scent in my opinion, but it is a beautiful type bakery. I love warming this one at nighttime. I love this one as a bedroom scent, even though I like it out here too. This is just one of my favorite bedroom scents. So a favorite, it won't be going anywhere. This one right here is in my club for someone else. I do not like this bar. This is Red Cedar and Sage. It is not a bar for me. Woo, not a bar for me. This is such an insanely strong, sharp bar. If you like green scents, if you like cedar, if you like really strong woodsy scents, sharp woodsy scents, this is your bar. This bar will go and go. This is a fantastic performer. When this was available in the catalog a while back, this was a really, really good seller for me. I had a lot of customers who liked it. This did come back in Bring Back My Bar. I believe it was January 2024. So apparently it was a popular one. And it has the red cedar, it has sage, and it has forest greens. Now, I know the scent of the month this month is the snowflakes and sage. There's also a sharpness in that bar that is similar to this. There is a sharpness. So is the sharpness coming from the cedar? Is it coming from the sage? I'm not sure. But this one is strong. It's really, really strong. Orchard Apple and Spice. So I have this one. This one won't be going anywhere, but I did take out Apple Press. So Apple Press. I have Apple Press in my club. So I had Apple Press in my club and I took it out in favor of Orchard Apple and Spice. I just had to make some cuts. I mean, I knew that Just One Bite, the Villains bar, wasn't going anywhere. That apple bar is staying. So it came down to kind of these two, and I took out Apple Press. I have a couple in my stash, so you know, it'll be okay. I'll just warm it every once in a while. The reason why I liked Apple Press is just because it had a rose note to it. So it was a really pretty apple scent that I could warm in the spring, and it still smelled kind of floral. But you know, it is what it is. I took it out and I'll use what I have. Maybe it'll come back one day. But the Orchard Apple and Spice, I couldn't. This one is absolutely beautiful. This one is Orchard Apple, Warm Spice, and Bright Cherry. It was a 2021 Harvest collection. It really does have this beautiful slight cherry note to it, but it's also got this beautiful apple and spice. Now, it is a little bit similar to the Apple Spice Season, but I like it better than Apple Spice Season. I did some comparing. So I don't think I have Apple Spice Season even in this club because, I mean, it was still available. So I didn't let it ship with this club because I have plenty in stock. But when it comes down to it, I think that I'm going to keep this one in my club and take out Apple Spice Season because there's really no point in keeping both. But this one is fantastic. It's a really great performer too. So I also kept Berry Bubble Blue, even though I almost deleted this one. It's just insanely light. I'm still giving the older bar that I have a little bit more time to cure before I make my decision. Do I want to remove these from my club? I'm not sure. Yeah, I do have it. Okay, Blue Raspberry, Tart Green Apple, and Spun Sugar. My husband really likes this one. He likes really sweet scents. It smells like cotton candy, honestly. So this one looks like an older bar, honestly. It doesn't look like a fresh pour because it's kind of like yellowed. The clamshell, so it smells pretty strong. So I'll have to try warming it again and see if the strength is any better. It's just a little on the light side, but he really did like the smell of that one. Christmas Cottage Cider. I just cannot get rid of this one. This one was from the Scentspirations collection that they did for Christmas Cottage. I loved all of those bars. I did not want to delete them from my club, but I did remove the Christmas Cottage Mint one. But I did keep the Christmas Cottage Wreath. It's in here somewhere, and I kept this one. This one is like the fall version of Christmas Cottage, and I don't think I can delete this one. So it's got mulled spices, cinnamon stick, and Valencia oranges. This one is amazing. I definitely won't be deleting this one. It's a fantastic performer. I also love mixing this one. So it's definitely spicy though. You have to like your spices to like this one. So I also have Sugar Plum Berry. This one, I've talked about this one before. I absolutely love this one. This one is super strong. This one's been in my club for a while. I wish this would be another one that Scentsy would bring back because I feel like a lot of people would really love this one if they could get it and give it a try. It's got spiced citrus peels, evergreen berries, sugar plums, and cinnamon sticks. So it was in a 2019 holiday brick. I don't remember if it's came back again since then, but I know it was, I think that's when I added it to my club. It's got a little bit of the evergreen, but you mostly smell the spicy type of berries and a little bit of the citrus, and then kind of the evergreen is in the background. But it is strong, and then it is a fantastic performer. So if you ever see this one, it's perfect for right now for holidays. It's perfect for winter. Love this one. So I also have Lemon Lime Fizz. I did have a bunch of these in my club, but I took it down to one because I said, how many do I really need? I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this one comes in the spring summer catalog. This one was such a good seller for me. I loved this one. I had so many people that loved this one. It is such a beautiful balance of lemon and lime with like a sweet type fizziness to it. It is so beautiful. It didn't have the best performance. I mean, longevity of it was maybe 20 hours, maybe 24 hours. Like if I were to put this in a bathroom or somewhere, for me out here, it wasn't the best performer for longevity, but it was such a beautiful type scent that I had to keep this one. This is one of my most favorite lemon scents. So it almost got cut because I was just like, do I take a gamble that this is going to come back? But I couldn't do it. Okay, so I have a couple lemon scents in here and I did keep them all. I like lemon sorbet as well, and I kept that one and definitely have this one. And I also kept a Harry Potter lemon one, which I'll talk about in a minute. Okay, so I also have Candy Orchard. This was a scent of the month for January of this year, 2024. And I almost cut this one, but my husband really, really liked it. So I kept it for a little while longer. I really do love this one too. So I did have Cotton Candy Tails at one point as well as this one. And then before my club shipped last time, I deleted the Cotton Candy Tails in favor of this one because I liked it better. Candy Orchard, yes. I kept this one for him just because I deleted the Banana Berry and I know that was one of his favorites. And so I just kept this one for a little bit longer. We'll have to see how much we use it this year. But I do love it. It's really pretty. So I also have Peony Petals. I almost cut this one just because it is a little bit too much floral for me. It is such a beautiful floral. It really, really is, but it is very strong. It has the peony, it has rose petals, and it says they dance on a soft breeze. So this came back as a Bring Back My Bar for January 2024, and I did fall in love with it, but even smelling it here, like it's giving me a slight headache, like it's just too strong. I literally just use like a sliver of this, and I never just use this scent. So I might just use like a sliver of it and put it in a couple warmers in the spring or summer, and then put like another scent, like maybe something fruity or something else in some other warmers. Just because this is just too much floral for me, I would not want this just in my warmers by itself. but it is so beautiful. I mean, it is an absolutely gorgeous scent. So one bar will last me a really, really long time. So I already have a pretty good bit of these stashed up. And so I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep this because it will take me a long time to go through all of them. Okay, so I also have a peeling apple. This one is absolutely beautiful. I wish that I could increase this one to like 3 or 4 bars. I have a customer who absolutely loves it. I love it. My mom actually just does not like this one at all. She does not like it at all, and she is surprised that I like it. But I think the reason why she doesn't like it is there's a floral type note to it. It says sugary sweetness of juicy apple and lively pear. And then it has a touch of flowering sweet pea. So it's got like a sweet apple, but it's also slightly perfumey. So it is beautiful though. This is an extremely good performing bar. I mean, this is a strong one. So if you ever see this one and you like a strong bar, this one performs really, really well. I think maybe that's why I just have a lot of customers who love this one. I was so sad to see this one get discontinued. I wish that they would bring it back because there's really nothing else that's like it. The only thing that I've came across that is somewhat similar is the Honeycrisp Harvest bar that we just had. I think it was August scent of the month. That one is similar, just slightly similar, but it's not as strong as this one. And that one has pear. So it's slightly less floral than this one. But I mean, there's really nothing else like this one, but I'm just saying that one is similar. I also have Frosted Cinnamon Roll. This is an amazing one. This one won't be leaving my club anytime soon. Oh, this one is so good. This was a scent of the month that I really thought was going to be in the catalog, and then they didn't put it in the catalog. It was September 2023 scent of the month. So it's powdered cinnamon, sweet clove, and whipped vanilla sugar. So it's really what you would expect a frosted cinnamon roll to smell like. A little bit sweet, a little bit cinnamon, and a fantastic performer. Oh, and this one is so good mixed with other scents. Like if you want to give something a little bit of a bakery type edge, I have mixed it and I love it for that. So I love having all these bakery bars in here, but I did have a good bit, and that's why I did take out the cinnamon buttercream just because I was like, how many do I really need? Okay, so I also have pink sugarberry mint. I really considered deleting this one, but I've been warming this one in the basement, and I've been going down there and kind of smelling it just because I wanted to see, do I really still love it enough to keep it? My husband really likes this one, and I really like this one. I just can't do it. There's nothing else similar to it. It's got a little bit of a mintiness, but it's more like a bubblegum mintiness in my opinion. And then it's got like this berry type sweetness. It does smell girly and sweet, but I like it. It's a good performer too. I wouldn't say it lasts past, 20, 24 hours, but it's got raspberry, sugar, and the sweetest hint of peppermint is what it says. And so this was scent of the month for March 2021. So I have a pretty good bit of this one stocked up, but I really need to use it. I really like this one around the springtime, around Easter, things like that. And I just need to reach for this one and try to use up some of my older ones. So it could get the cut somewhere down the line, but I really do like this one. And I don't usually I don't like minty scents usually, but that one is just like a hint of mint. So it's pretty. So I also have Dancing Sugar Plums. This is one of my favorite holiday bars. I was so sad when they discontinued this one. I don't think I could ever delete this one. This one just reminds me of Christmas so much. It reminds me of the holidays. And the description says rich spiced plum and vanilla and sweet cinnamon apple. So it was discontinued at some point, even though it was a catalog bar, and it's absolutely lovely. I just love this one. I really could warm this one year round because it just smells like a really pretty like cinnamon type fruity bar, but I really like warming it around the holidays and Christmas just because that's when I was warming it when we moved into this house, and it just reminds me of those times and those memories of the holidays and our first Christmas in this house. So I don't think I could ever delete this one. It is beautiful. This is one of my favorite bedroom scents. So I love warming this one in the bedroom. So I also have a Blueberry Rush here. And I was just kind of talking about this one a little bit towards the beginning. This is my husband's other absolute favorite bar. It's honestly one of my absolute favorites as well. Ocean is number one for me, definitely. But this one is definitely somewhere down the line. This is a fantastic performer for us. I swear this is one of the strongest bars ever. It doesn't go much past 24 hours. Well, in my older house it did, but here in the open concept it really doesn't. But it is strong and it is so good. I remember back when we used to have car bars of this, and the car bars were amazing performers. I wish that we could have this one again. I wish I could get my hands on some more car bars. I think I might have 1 or 2 left in my stash that I need to use up, but I've just been kind of hoarding them because this is such a good one. It smells like ripe blueberry, cranberry, blackcurrant, and pomegranate. And this was brought back as a Bring Back My Bar in January 2022. I don't know if it's came back again since then, but so good. I love blueberry scents in anything. Bath and Body Works, if they have a blueberry scent, they actually have a hand soap that was a blueberry scent that I absolutely love. I don't think it's available right now, but hopefully it comes back at some point because I'm going to stock up again on some of those. I also have like some sort of like lip gloss, lip balm that is a blueberry scent. That's one of my absolute favorites. So I really do. Anytime anything is blueberry, I really do love it. This one is so good. If you like blueberry, definitely give this one a try. There is also a Disney bar in here, the Aladdin Genie 3 Wishes bar that smells very similar to this one. So I'll go over that one in just a minute whenever I find it. So this is the bar that's for a customer. This is the cashmere and corduroy. I just threw that in there for a customer order. So I'll put that to the side. It does smell good. So this one does really smell good. It's definitely a relaxing type cozy bar. I really need to warm this one again. It's been a really, really long time since I've warmed this one. But that one is a good one. I often forget about that one for some reason. I also have Candy Cane Wishes, and I almost gave this one the boot. I really, really did, just because I've had this one for quite a while, and Scentsy does seem to have plenty of peppermint type scents to choose from. This one is Sparkling Sugar Crystals, Mighty Peppermint, and Icy Musk, and it does have like a vanilla type peppermint. It's not a bakery scent. It's like a fresh, clean, very strong peppermint. So for me, not to usually like a lot of peppermint, this one is very in-your-face peppermint, but it in a pretty way, if that makes sense. It's like a sugary typeness with a little bit of vanilla to kind of like balance that out. So it is pretty. I did warm this recently just because, I was trying to decide if I want to keep it or not. I really, really did like it, but I also like to mix this one. So I have a lot in my stash. I feel like this one's probably going to be one of the next ones to go. I hate to say that because I've had this one for a really, really long time. I want to say 2019, it was like a holiday brick and I added it to Club Bin. I don't know. I just don't reach for it that often. Especially because now we have Meant to Be Merry, which is my absolute favorite peppermint scent because it is more like a bakery. It's not so much like peppermint in your face. So I really like that one, definitely over the Candy Cane Wishes. So I also have Forever Flannel. This was a holiday brick from last year, 2023. And I debated on whether to remove this one, but I just couldn't do it. This one smells like soft lavender, warm sandalwood, and bergamot. And it was a 2023 holiday brick. This one is very, very light, so it's not the best performer. It's very, very soft. This one specifically, this bar here, is lighter than some of the ones I've had sitting. So it definitely needs some time to cure. It doesn't go over 20 hours for me, and it doesn't perform that well out here in the open concept. Now, some of my more cured bars do. They perform a little bit better out here, but this is an absolutely beautiful bedroom and bathroom scent. If you like softer scents, cozier scents, kind of like the Fuzzy Blanket, even though the Fuzzy Blanket I think is a better performer than this one, then you would really love this one. It is beautiful. I think this would also be beautiful in the laundry line. If they ever brought this one back, it would be gorgeous. Okay, here is the Strawberry Sweetie. Definitely a strawberry. This one is like a juicier, sweeter type strawberry than the other one. So it says a fruity delight of juicy strawberry sprinkled with sugar. So yeah, a sweeter, juicier type strawberry. It's absolutely beautiful though, and a fantastic performer. This one was brought back in a Bring Back My Bar. I think it was January 2024. Love this one. I love mixing this one with bakery stuff. I love it by itself, so I could not get rid of this one. I also kept the Harry Potter Honeydukes Sherbet Lemon bar. So I almost deleted this one just because, you know, the Lyson bars are a little bit more expensive, but I could not do it. This is such a beautiful scent. It's absolutely beautiful. It is sweet, but also sour and tart at the same time. It did not go past, you know, 24 hours for me here, even though I think it might have performed just a little bit better than lemon sorbet. It is so beautiful. I love this one so much. It's definitely sweeter. I don't think I have a description of this one. Yeah, I don't think I have the description for this one wrote down, but it is absolutely beautiful. If this one ever comes back, or if I ever see it in the clearance section or anything like that, I will definitely stock up on this one. This one, I have not had a chance to really mix this one much, but I am definitely going to be mixing it with some of my strawberry scents and make like a strawberry lemonade type scent. So I love having lemon bars around for that, so I can mix them with some of my fruity bars and use them that way. Okay, so I kept Clementine Blossom. So Clementine Blossom is one that I kept, and in favor of keeping this one, I kicked out Simply the Zest. So I did kick out Simply the Zest out of my club, and I kept Clementine Blossom. I've had Clementine Blossom in my club for longer than Simply the Zest, and I just could not kick it out, but I had to make a decision. Clementine Blossom smells like golden citrus, pink nectar, and sugar blossom. So it is lighter. It's got a slightly perfumey, just slightly, but it is sweet and creamy. It's a beautiful bedroom scent. I also like it out here, even though it doesn't perform fantastic out here. It is so pretty though. This is definitely lighter. So some of my bars that's been sitting smell stronger than this one. It is beautiful in the spring. It is beautiful around Easter. In fact, this might have been from the Easter. This was either from a Valentine's collection or Easter. Yeah, Valentine's. So 2023 Valentine collection was this Clementine Blossom. So it's got like a floralness to it, but it's also got the citrus type notes to it. So again, I really like when they mix those two together, or like a fruity together, and I love this one. So I kept this one, and I kicked out Simply the Zest. Simply the Zest was stronger. Even though it's a softer scent, it was stronger than the Clementine Blossom, but there was also a tartness type sharpness with this one that I didn't care for as much as how I like the scent of the other one. So I did kick that one out. But Simply the Zest is absolutely beautiful. If that one ever goes in clearance for some reason, or I see it somewhere, or if it comes back in the catalog, I mean, I'd definitely grab more of it and use it. So here is a Lemon Sorbet. This one I definitely kept because I was worried, you know, I didn't want it to get discontinued and then not be able to get it anymore. I had a couple of these in my club, and then I took it down to one because I'm just hoping and gambling that it is going to come back. I love this one. It's very similar to the Harry Potter Sherbet Lemon one. This one, I don't think it's quite as sweet as that one, but it also has a sour type tartness. Smells like the lemon candies. So this one's good. I don't think it's as good as a performer as the Harry Potter one though. So if I had to choose between the two, I think I would keep the Harry Potter one, but I do love this one. So Orchard by the Sea, I definitely am keeping this one. This is one of my favorites. This is a unique bar. There's nothing else like it. I know that there were several people who did not care for this one. I know there were some consultants who didn't like it. It smells like apple orchard, sea salt, crisp linens, and green mangoes. So just a mixture of things that you don't usually see together. This was from the 2023 Spring Bricks. There's definitely a fruitiness. There is definitely like a linen type cleanness. There's also like the sea salt, like it's got like an aquatic type note to it. But I love this so much. I think this would be an absolutely beautiful laundry scent as well. I would like it, but there's definitely, you can smell like apple. I'm not so much about the mango, but I can definitely smell the apple, and I can smell the linen. I can smell a little bit of the saltiness, but to me, it smells more of just like an aquatic type watery note. This is another fantastic performer. I do use this one out here in the open concept, and it works pretty good. It's not like super strong, but it's definitely average, and I love this one in the summertime because it's not just completely just a watery scent. You know, it's got a little bit of the fruitiness to it, and I love this one. So if you see that one and you like watery type scents but also fruity scents, maybe give it a try. Ruby Nectarine. Okay, so you know from the flash sale that I really stocked up on this one when they made it 60 cents. I mean, I couldn't believe that because this is one of my favorite club bars. It's one of my favorite bars for spring. This is a fantastic performer. Even though this one is a little bit more on the floral side, I think, than some other bars that I have because it's got the fruit in it, but it leans more towards floral. So it's Juicy Nectarine, Ruby Apple, Pear Blossom. So this was a scent of the month for April 2022 is what I have on my notes. It's absolutely gorgeous though. I love this one in the spring and the summer. It's got like a sweetness to it. It's got the fruitiness. It's got that, I mean, pear blossom. I can smell maybe just a little bit of pear, but that nectarine you can definitely smell. And there's just some sort of like floral note in this one. It's so beautiful. Just, I love this one. I can't believe that I was able to stock up and get as many as I was from that flash sale, but I'm definitely going to be using that one like crazy this spring. This bar right here is similar to the Ruby Nectarine, so I almost cut it for my club. This one is the Pink Apple and Nectarine. So if it comes down to it, I will choose Ruby Nectarine over this one. Even though there's something about this one that I really, really love. This one has a sweet pea and vanilla type scent to it. Like if you know that scent, what that sweet pea and vanilla smells like, that's what it reminds me of. So this one smells like pink apple, golden nectarine, wild poppies, and sugarcane. So this was a 2023 spring brick. I think it's the poppies in this one that reminds me of the sweet pea and vanilla. There's something about it, but this one is so, so strong. Like I literally just use a little bit of this one in my warmers. Otherwise it can give me a headache. So this one will last me quite a while. I also think that I bought a brick of this at some point that was on a flash sale. So I have a brick to go through as well. So this is going to last me a while. That's why I considered removing it. I really do love this one for spring and summer because it does have that floral type note to it with also like the fruity, slightly citrus note. But it is such a good performer that I don't have to use much of this in my warmers at all. So here is the Disney Aladdin 3 Wishes. This one smells almost identical to the Blueberry Rush. So if you liked Blueberry Rush or if you like this one, you know, these are kind of interchangeable in my opinion. I do think I don't really know. I need to warm these again and see performance-wise which one is a little bit better. I think the Blueberry Rush is a little bit better than this one as far as longevity and performance. But this one was also such a good performer. And I can't bump up the Blueberry Rush. I can't get more of that one. So I added this one and I love both of them equally the same. I really do. I think this one might just be just a hint sweeter. So I love them. I cannot get rid of either one of these. My husband and I, we just love blueberry scents and we love them. Okay, so I kept Sunshine Mango, even though this one was on the chopping block. I almost deleted this one because I do have, you know, citrusy type scents in here. And I was like, really? How many do I need? I don't think, do I have this one on here? Yes. Red Mango, Golden Pineapple, and Tropical Orange. It was scent of the month for April 2024. My husband really liked this one when it was warming. He commented on it when he came in the day when I had it warming, and there's not many scents that he just absolutely loves, like that he notices when he comes in. So I kept this one for now. I'm going to stock up on a few more. I really like this one. There's something about the orange in this one that smells more of like orange juice. But when you warm it, it really blends well with the pineapple and the mango. I'm not sure that I'm really smelling mango, but I can definitely smell the pineapple and the orange. And this was a fantastic performer. So I kept this one just because this was April 2024. And, you know, I've had time to let them cure. They perform even better. And I want to be able to warm them for spring. So I'm going to do that. And then we'll see maybe some of my future clubs. Maybe I'll take it out of my club once I've stocked up some of these. I'm not sure. I also kept the Nightmare Before Christmas Jack's Obsession bar. I just can't seem to get rid of this one. This one is such a good bar. It's a lighter apple and cinnamon scent in my opinion. It's juicier. It's more of like a green apple, like a tart apple. It is strong when it's in the warmers. I don't think it has the longevity as some of my other apple and cinnamon, like the orchard apple and spice. I think that one lasts a little bit longer than this one. But it is such a pretty scent. I also don't like the way this one ages. Like right now, it's this absolutely beautiful greenish yellow color. But as it sits and ages, it turns more of a yellow and it starts to get extremely juicy, but it warms the same. So it's okay. But I do love this one. I don't think I have the description of this one, but it's basically apples and spice, but a green apple. Beautiful. I was disappointed that this one didn't come back for the fall because I know a lot of people, it has been coming back every fall. And then this fall it didn't. So people weren't able to get it if you didn't have it in your club, but maybe they'll bring it back again at some point. Okay, I also have Everything Nice. So this one will not be coming out of my club anytime soon. If I have to delete another bakery, I will delete something else. This one smells so strange on cold. I don't really like it on cold. It kind of has a funky note, but when it warms, this is one of the most gorgeous bakery scents I've ever smelled. The description says sugar and spice, deep caramel, swirls of butter with roasted pumpkin and glazed pecans. Just beautiful. I love all of those things. Sugar and spice, caramel, butter, pumpkin, glazed pecans. I love all of those notes, and you can really smell them in this. You can smell the pecans. It comes together beautifully, and it is a fantastic performer. It is a heavier type scent, okay? It's a heavier type bakery. You really have to like bakery to like this one, I think. But if you like those type of things, the caramel, you know, I know caramel, sometimes people don't like the caramel, but this was such a beautiful buttery type caramel. Oh, this one is heaven. This one won't be coming out anytime soon. Okay, so I do have Sweet Orange Pomander. This one is from my mom. I do like this one too, but she absolutely loves it. It's one of her top scents. Now, up until this club, I have been getting 2 in every club, and I cut it down this time to 1. I did ask her, and she said that was okay. She has a couple bricks. I'm hoping that maybe some more bricks will show up in clearance at some point or something, and I'll grab her a couple more bricks. But she just doesn't use it a whole lot. It only takes a little bit of this just because it is a strong bar, and she does have some, and I have some stashed up for her. So it is so strong. But she also has cinnamon bear that she likes. She has clove and cinnamon. She has the cozy fire. She has plenty of other scents that she likes the cinnamon. So I cut this down to 1. You have to like cinnamon to like this one. It is so spicy. It's got like the red hot spiciness to it. It really doesn't have much of this orange. Like, you would be fooled by the name on here. I believe this was a brick at one point. Okay, so it's got clove, cinnamon stick, and sweet orange. So this was a 2021 holiday brick. You really don't smell much sweet orange, so don't expect that. There's like maybe like a slight bittery type orange with this one. But it's mostly clove and cinnamon in a beautiful way. I mean, it's a very strong bar. She absolutely loves this one. I like it too, but I don't usually warm it just by itself. Like, she will warm this just by itself, loves it that way. But if I use it, I like to mix this one. If I want to give clove or some extra cinnamon to a bar, then I will mix it with this one. So there's that. I also have Pima Cotton. I kept this one. I almost deleted it, but I have a few people that like this one. And it is just a good laundry type scent. I did delete Frosty Air. I deleted Frosty Air and I kept Pima Cotton. I had to make a decision because I really don't warm laundry scents that often. I don't warm clean scents like this that often. I warm more like watery, aquatic type scents. But I do really like this one. And we have Clothesline. Clothesline is similar to the Frosty Air. Even though I like the Frosty Air better, I personally can't use Clothesline. It's just too much for me. But I do like Clean Breeze. So I'll get Clean Breeze from the catalog, or I do like this Pima Cotton. So I kept it in club. It just says a light, clean blend of lilies, freesia, and jasmine. So this is definitely a very clean type laundry type scent. I really do like it. I like to mix this one, not really in the same warmer, but if I warm it, I don't want just this going in the house. So I might mix it in a couple warmers and have something else going, just so you just get like a clean type scent every once in a while. Or I will warm this one in the bathroom that is near our laundry room, so it smells more like the laundry room in there. So I do like this one. It is really strong. There is a slightly minty type coolness with this one that I smell, even though it doesn't mention it. But it is pretty. So I did keep this one, but it's probably going to get the boot next club shipment just because it's not one of my favorites. Even though I say that and then I smell it, I really do like it. It's just, is it club worthy? Like, you really have to tell yourself sometimes, like, really, is this a scent that I absolutely have to have? So this one is cedarwood and citrus, peony, and apple blossom. So this was a brick in October 2022. So I've had it since then. So I have a couple, stashed up. I still also have my brick that's left. It is a really pretty floral, but it's almost too much floral for me. So that's why, like, when I use this, it's just kind of like the peony petals bar. I just use like a sliver. I can just use like a little bit of this bar. I put it in a couple warmers, and then maybe I'll put something fruity in the other warmers, or I'll put a different scent. So I never just warm just this one by itself. So it takes me a really long time to warm up what I have. So that's why this one's probably going to get the cut at some point, even though I do enjoy the fragrance. So here is the Christmas Cottage Wreath. I definitely could not get rid of this one. It is one of my favorites for sure. It is so beautiful. So we had the new Balsam Spice Bar, which before this Christmas Cottage Wreath, there really wasn't a pine scent that had cinnamon in it that I liked. This one has a good amount of cinnamon, but now they have the Balsam Spice. So at some point, I will probably compare those two bars and decide, do I want to keep this one? Do I want to keep the Balsam Spice in my club? But right now, I think I still really like this one over the Balsam Spice. Even though I love the Balsam Spice, there is something about this one that's different. And I think it's just because I love Christmas Cottage so much, and it still has that Christmas Cottage type scent with it, while also having like some of the pine. So this one has eucalyptus, spruce, sprig, and crushed clove. Now, I don't really smell much of the eucalyptus. There's not a whole lot of that. There's a little bit maybe there, but I smell mostly the spices and the clove. Absolutely gorgeous. Fantastic performer. I'm going to be warming this one like crazy coming up here shortly. So I know I'm decorated for Christmas in here right now, but I've just been reviewing lots of scents. So I really haven't been warming much Christmas scents yet. But right after Thanksgiving, I'm really going to be warming Christmas scents. I also have Perk Me Up. I cannot get rid of this one just because I absolutely love coffee scents. Oh, this one smells extra good. Wow, this one smells more coffee than normal for some reason. Why? Okay, I could smell this one all day. I don't know what it is. This one smells different than they have previously. Oh, it smells so good. I don't smell it as strong now, but when I first opened this, it doesn't smell as strong now, but wow, when I first cracked this open, it smelled like straight up fresh brewed strong coffee. This one is so good. So it says, simply the most perfect cup of coffee you'll ever experience, a strong brew of Guatemalan coffee beans and just a touch of hazelnut. So there is something in this one that keeps it from being just a straight coffee, but this one smells really more like straight coffee. This one's a good one. I don't know if something changed or if it's just this bar is different. I don't know, because I do have some bars that have cured of this and they don't smell quite like that when I first open them. I'll have to warm this one and see, but I love this bar. I love to use it in my warmers. I don't usually just warm this one by itself. I will put it in a couple warmers, especially over here, like in the kitchen, and then I'll have normal scents back here. So it just smells like I've brewed coffee in the house as well as having normal scents going. So I always love this. I did take out the Friends bar, the one that smells like coffee and like coconut, but I did put it back in my club. So I took it out. I didn't let it ship with this club because I didn't really need another one. And it's also not one of my favorites, but I did add it back, and I'll just make up my mind later whether I wanted to really delete it or not, since that bar is still available, I believe. I think it's still available now, but it is tucked away back safe in my club. It's just not here. I'm sorry about Luna. I just can't do anything with her. I don't want to shut her out in the sunroom, but she's just doing this because I'm talking and she wants me to give her my attention. She wants treats. She cannot have treats 24/7. Okay. She just can't. So she also wants to go upstairs. I don't know if you've watched my warmer tour video, you know that there is like a loft up here and there's like an attic room. And for some reason, she has this new obsession with wanting to go up there all the time. And I just don't let her up there by herself yet because we've got to put glass in that door. I don't want her going out on the loft and falling and getting hurt. So she's just announcing to me that she's upset. Okay, so I also have fried ice cream. This is one of my favorite bars. I absolutely cannot delete this one. This one is so much cinnamon, so you really have to like cinnamon with this one. It is so good. You can really smell like a red hot cinnamon on the bottom and then like a sugary type cinnamon on the top. So when I was trying to decide which ones to delete, I mean, this one I thought about it, but I was like, no, I can't do it. This one though, the only thing about this one is when you warm it, it makes your dishes dirty. So every time I use this one, even if you know, the dish is perfectly clean, I put this in there and I've just warmed it for a few hours. I mean, you can already see the cinnamon from this one really makes your dish brown and it gives it like that gunkiness. But I mean, it's definitely worth it. I mean, it's easy to clean that up. I just use like little alcohol wipes and wipe it out of mine. But so the description says vanilla with a nutty touch along with cinnamon and caramel. So I'm going to be honest and say I really don't smell any caramel with this one. I really don't smell a whole lot of like a nutty typeness to this one. This one is just the most beautiful vanilla cinnamon in my opinion. I love using this one to mix with other things. I hardly ever just warm this by itself. I might have it going in some warmers and then have another scent going, or I will mix it directly in a warmer with something else that I want it to smell more like bakery. For instance, I have mixed that cherry vanilla with this one to make it smell more of like a cherry vanilla type cinnamon pie. I mean, that was really, really beautiful. I've also mixed this one with cinnamon roasted pear and give it more of like a cinnamon type scent to it. So, I mean, anything like that, I love this. Love mixing it. Usually I love just adding more cinnamon to my space, and this is a fantastic one to do that with. Okay. So I'm almost to the end here with bars, and then I'll go over my half off item. I got the Whiff box half price, so I will go over that in just a second. So I did add to my club 5 of the Meant to Be Merry. Now I will take this back down to 1. I will, or 2. I don't know. I just wanted to stock up and get some in my stash, but it will probably go back down to 1 because, you know, I don't really need that much of it, but I do absolutely love this scent. I really, really do. If you watched my Scents of the Season warm reviews and all of that, then I go over it. It's just the most absolutely beautiful mint type bakery cookie, butter cookie. I mean, it is beautiful. And it is a fantastic performer. So I really love this one. So I went ahead and grabbed a couple with my club, and I will just, because the Scents of the Season, I would have purchased more of that collection, but if you watch my warm reviews, then you know my husband did not like the cherry, and I wasn't a huge fan of that one. I definitely really wasn't a fan of the eggnog one. So it just made sense to me to purchase the ones that I want separately. So I did that. I got those. Meant to Be Merry is the candy cane, the sugar, and the creamy butter cookies. So if you've been watching videos, then you know that by now, but it is absolutely stunning. If you don't normally like mint scents, I don't either typically, but I absolutely love that one. So if you like bakery, I would definitely give that one a try. I also added 2 of the Merry Wonderland. So I do like the Merry Wonderland. Will I keep it in my club? I'm not sure. I might delete it and then not actually keep this one in my club. I'm going to warm it a few more times and see. It does have a cider type note. You can go back and watch the Scents of the Season warm reviews, and I kind of go over it there. I can't decide. There is a citrus type note to this one. It needs more spices to me, but I'll try mixing this one and see. But this one might get cut at some point. I just wanted to grab a couple to try mixing with some things. And then I also added 3 of the toasted apple butter. So this one was also from the Scents of the Season, and I wanted to grab a couple of these. I'm sure that this one I will keep in my club, but I will take it back down to 1. This one is absolutely beautiful. It does, like, if you go back and watch the Scents of the Season review, I will go into depth about these, but it does smell more buttery and a little sweeter here when it's freshly poured. But the ones that I have that have been sitting, they smell more like cinnamon. So you can smell more cinnamon. So I really think you have to like cinnamon in order to like this one. You can smell a little bit more apple, but here, but I mean, as it sits, you really just don't, you can smell like a crispness maybe that's coming from an apple later as it's been sitting, but there's just something about this one that's more of like a buttery, cinnamon type sugarness, whereas the fried ice cream I think has even more cinnamon than this one. I do like mixing this one, so this is another good mixer, but I do like this one by itself as well, so definitely love that one. Okay, so I think the last bars that I have here is the Jamming Jubilee. This is last but not least. By any means, I kept 3. I could not cut this one down. I just could not do it. I could not take this one down to 1. I am holding out hope that this one is going to be in the spring summer catalog. I'm going to go over with you the ones that I deleted. I deleted a lot of bars just so I could keep this one at 3. I had 6. I was going to keep 6, but I was like, I did stock up a little bit before this one discontinued. This one is just one of my absolute favorites. I love this one so much. There's something different about this one. It is one of the most best performers that I have seen Scentsy make that is a berry type scent, because sometimes those don't seem to have the longevity. But this one, I think I got like a good 2 days out of this one, and it was strong. So I could not get rid of this one. I could not take it down any further than the 3. So this has the red berry, the compote, the blackberry zest, and sugared syrup. So this was scent of the month for June 2024. It is absolutely amazing. It actually smells amazing mixed with bakery as well. So like with the fried ice cream, with the toasted apple butter. I've tried it mixed with all kinds of things, and I love it. It is so good. If I had to make a choice between Strawberry Bliss, Strawberry Sweetie, and this Jammin' Jubilee, this one would definitely win. I would have to cut out one of those other 2, and I don't know which one I would cut out because I love those. But this is just a fantastic bar. I mean, it's perfect for summer. It's perfect for spring, in my opinion. I will warm it year round. And like I said, I like mixing it with things. So I got rid of Best Berry, which this one's been in my club for a really, really long time. I took it out in favor of keeping one of these. So if you watch my club from the last time I club shipped, then you know that I said that this one reminds me of the smell of like when you take a fresh baby doll out of a package when you're younger as a kid, and they have like that fruity type berry type scent. I don't know what that is, but that's what this reminds me of. It kind of goes away as it warms, but this one always brought back such good memories of that, and like receiving, baby dolls as gifts as a kid for Christmas and things like that, that I kept it. It's also a pretty good performer, but I like this one better. So I did delete this one. I have a couple of these stashed up, so I made the choice. I also got rid of Buckleberry. So I deleted Buckleberry. This one is a really, really old one, but I've had it in my club for a long time. So I have a pretty good bit of these Buckleberry bars stashed up. I was trying to warm this to decide what I really wanted to do. And this one, it's not nearly the same. I mean, this has like a bakery typeness to this one with dark berries, but I had to make some cuts. And so this one did get cut in favor of the Jammin' Jubilee. So I wrote down some of the other ones as well. I deleted Spiced and Spirited. I deleted the Berry Good Pumpkin. The reason why I deleted Berry Good Pumpkin because I like this one better. So I kept these 3, and that's the ones that I deleted. Now the Spiced and Spirited I deleted just because there was other scents that I liked better than that one, even though those were great bars. And I really did like the Berry Good Pumpkin. I just had to make some cuts. So they got cut. I deleted the Provence Lavender, which that one may come back. It was kind of like a like it or leave it type thing. Like I'm good with it or without it. That one was like extremely strong. So I did take that one off. Now, what you did not see in my club that I have added back, I've added back the Star Wars, The Dark Side. So I didn't ship that one just because it was available again. and I could delete it from my club. I didn't really need another one, so I deleted it. I deleted Disney Season of Magic because it's available and I've added it back since then. I didn't need another one right now, so I did delete that. The Disney Frightfully Delightful and the Disney Hocus Pocus and the Disney Moana, I deleted those, but they are back safely in my club. I just did not need them to ship with this shipment just because I have so many. So that was just a way of me to keep the cost down, but still be able to add those back, and I can let those ship with my next shipment. So I did take those out. I also did not let ship Holiday Market, Gingerbread Cheesecake. I took those out, but they are back in there. I didn't really need them right now. I also, the Disney ones from the Disney Signature Treats collection, I really wanted to ship those, but just to keep my costs down, I took those out of my club and I have since put them back. So I have the Glazed Almond Dreams and the Candy Apple Delight, and then the Fruit and Hazelnut Waffle Delight and the Mickey Mouse Cinnamon Bun Bash. All of those are back in my club. I have a lot of that Cinnamon Bun Bash and that hazelnut, Fruit and Hazelnut Waffle Delight. Those were my favorites. Like, I really, really love those bars. I was just trying to keep this cost down just because of all these other ones. I really didn't want to delete these because they are the discontinued ones that I cannot add back. So I deleted those for now, and I have added them back. I also deleted Peaks and Pines, but it has since been added back. Sparkling Spice Citrus, I have a pretty good bit of that, so I deleted it, but I have added it back. I have Spooky But Sweet in there for now, but I haven't decided whether I'm going to keep it. Vanilla Chestnut, it's in there. I haven't decided whether I'm going to keep it. The Lord of the Rings bar, it is in my club. I've added it back. I just didn't need another one right now. So I also added Honeycrisp Harvest. Absolutely love that one. Dream Big Princess, the Friends bar, the Cinnamon Woods bar, the Apple Spice Season, and there's also Cherry Cherry, but I'm taking the Cherry Cherry out. I don't want that one because my husband doesn't like it. So those are all ones I'm definitely keeping. The Honeycrisp Harvest, I think I have it at like 4 right now. I love that bar. So I don't know how many of that one I'm going to let ship on my next club, but it's one of my new favorites. I really love that bar. And I feel like in the spring and summer, I'm really going to want to warm it because it is, pear and apple. So I deleted from my club completely these spring and summer scents, and I'm really hoping they come back. So I deleted Skinny Dippin', Camu. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't really know. But I deleted that. Skinny Dippin' is one of my favorite summer scents, and I'm hoping that it's back in the catalog because I did delete it. The Palm Trees and Ocean Breeze, I deleted it. It's kind of a like it, love it thing. Sunkissed Citrus. So usually that is in the catalog year round. Well, I had it in my club because I figured, okay, they're taking it out. Maybe it's not going to come back, but I deleted it. And let's just hope that one comes back. I had Berry Sweet, but I prefer Jamming Jubilee over Berry Sweet. This is a much better performer, so I took that one out. Sun Castles and Sipping Poolside, I liked both of those, but if they come back, they come back. By the Sea, that one's been around for forever, and they also discontinued that one, but it's not one of my absolute favorites. I have a lot of other watery bars I like, so I took that one out. The Sugared Strawberry, I am kind of regretting that I took that one out, but hopefully it comes back. I do like the Bamboo and Rainfall and the Berry Bright. I love Berry Bright, but it is so similar to Blueberry Rush and then that Aladdin bar that with the genie that I took it out. I don't need another one, but I do love that one. It's another blueberry one that I love. The Cocoa Lime, I hope it comes back. The Lemon Drizzle Cake. Okay, so I know that is a controversial bar. There's a lot of people who do not like that one, but it is a really good seller with my customers. That one and the Strawberry Lemon Cake, I believe that was the name of it. So I took both of those out of my club, but I probably should have kept them. I do kind of like the Lemon Drizzle Cake, but I prefer just using the lemon bars that I have and make my own bakery type scent with that and mix it with some bakery bars that I have, just because Scentsy hasn't made one that I like. They had one called Lemon Coconut Chiffon. I believe that was the name of it. I wish I had that one in my club because that is an amazing lemon bakery bar. But I took that one out of my club a long time ago. I have since then dwindled down my stash and I don't have many left. So I wish that one would come back at some point, or Scentsy would create a really good lemon bakery, like with a pastry type note with it. Or we really need one of those. Mahalo Coconut, I really like that one. I hope it comes back. And Mango Matcha, I really like that one. I hope it comes back. Paradise Punch, Pina Colada Cha-Cha, the Pineapple Mango, the Starburst Sky, and the Watermelon Tangerine. Okay, so all of those were in my club. I just had like one club as kind of just like a placeholder, and I was just trying to decide, do I really want to gamble with these type scents? And ultimately, I chose to delete them, and it is what it is. You know, if it comes back, great, but they were ones that I just had to make a decision. So the last thing in here is this Whiff box, and this is just an insanely long video, and I knew that it probably would be. I'm just trying to get through it. So I did give this Whiff box half price, so as one of my half price items, and I kind of knew what was in here already because everybody had just been talking about it so much. So I've got River the reindeer, the buddy clip. I will take him out in just a second, and I have the very snowy spruce ornament. Something in here is smelling super strong. I really think it's this snowflakes and sage. Yes, because the clamshell was open. Whew, that smells strong for some reason. So the ornament and the snowflakes and sage bar, which is the scent of the month for December. And then I have a Merry Wonderland bar that's in the Whiff box here. And then I have Silver Barrel's room spray. And then the last thing here is the Swirling Snowflakes body cream. So let me open up some of this stuff. Let's look at River the reindeer. She is absolutely adorable. I was excited to get her. I'm going to put her somewhere. Oh, she is so cute. She is precious. She is adorable. Oh, I don't know where I'm going to put her, but she's definitely going somewhere special. So Cherry's Jubilee. She smells really good, but she's not really that strong. I'm kind of surprised. Cherry's Jubilee is pretty strong in the bar. I mean, it's definitely there. You can smell it, but I'm surprised that she doesn't smell just a little bit stronger, but she is absolutely adorable. I can't wait to find somewhere to put her. And then the ornament, I'm kind of worried because it's very snowy spruce. I love very snowy spruce, but it's pretty strong. This is adorable. Okay, it smells really good. It's not as strong as I thought it was going to be. It is strong, but it's not terrible. So absolutely adorable. It is decorated. You know, it has the design on the front and the back, so I do like that about it. It smells really good. So this is definitely going to be going on the tree. I think my mom would like one of these, honestly. Maybe I'll give her this one. I don't know. That smells really good. So the Swirling Snowflakes body cream. So I don't know that I'm going to keep this. I may gift this to someone. I do like the scent of Swirling Snowflakes, but I don't really need the body cream. I mean, I have so much other lotion and so many other body creams that I need to use up that I've gotten off flash sales and things like that, that I may honestly gift this to someone. I just don't know who I want to give it to. So I'll see about that. And that's the good thing about a Whiff box. I love Whiff boxes because if you're not happy with everything in the Whiff box, or maybe you just don't need all the items in the Whiff box, you can choose the items that you want to keep and give away some as gifts or whatever you want to do with it. I do love Silver Bells. I love the scent of Silver Bells, so I will definitely keep this room spray. Love it. These scents, again, if you watch my review from Scent of the Month, this wasn't my most absolute favorite scent. My husband doesn't really care for it all. There is a soapiness type cleanness, but there's just a sharpness with this one that gives me a little bit of a headache. So I'm probably going to gift some of these bars or do something else with them. I'm not sure. And then the Merry Wonderland. So I'd already gotten 2 on my club, and now I have this one. So I'm definitely going to have to do some mixing and see if I can find a really good mix that I like. I like it by itself. I really do. I think it just needs something else. It definitely needs a little bit more cinnamon in it for me. That's it for today. I'm so sorry that this video is so long. If you have stuck with me to the end, I really, really appreciate you watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, I hope that you'll consider liking. If you have not subscribed, I hope that you'll also consider subscribing so that you'll see more of my content. I hope maybe you heard about some bars maybe that you didn't know about before, or maybe that you can look out for in the clearance section. Maybe Scentsy will put some of these discontinued bars in the clearance section at some point or on a flash sale, and you can grab them. Just like when I was able to grab this Ruby Nectarine for 60 cents. That was amazing. I have never seen bars that cheap, I don't think. And I definitely grabbed what I could. That was a little excessive. I probably shouldn't have grabbed as many as I did, but I could not let that pass me by. So I appreciate all of you watching today. I hope you have an absolutely lovely day, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.